11 people have been confirmed dead and several injured after a minibus they were traveling in collided with a train at Mutindwa junction. That's between Umoja and Buruburu Estate in Nairobi. Police have launched a manhunt for the driver of the minibus who managed to somehow escape. We're now joined live by
a fatal miscalculation. The driver of the minibus is said to have been trying to avoid the early morning rush hour. The train conductor gave ample warning. While other motorists heeded the warning and stopped to allow the train to pass, the driver of the minibus thought he would make it across, a decision that ended the lives of 10 innocent people.
When there is a congestion along the Jogoo Road, they use this route which they used this morning. This is not their route anyway. So when they know that their usual route, that is Jogoo Road, is congested, like this morning, they use other routes. So I have that information that they are notorious in making noise.
Unavyojua Nairobi ni jiji la watafutaji, na vibanda hivi vya biashara pia vimekuwa vingi sana, na vinachangia kwa njia moja ama nyingine hali kama hii, kwa sababu barabara, dereva anapoingia kwenye reli, kuna kibanda upande wa kushoto, kuna kibanda upande wa kulia. Kwa hiyo pia ile visibility, uonaji wa hali ya barabara na kule anakokwenda kidogo ni tatizo.
According to the police, the driver of the minibus jumped out of the vehicle before the impact and is on the run. The injured were initially taken to Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital, from where 17 casualties were transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital, 2 to MP Shah Hospital, while 5 remain admitted at Mama Lucy Hospital. Catherine Omwando, KTN.
We'll stay with that story about the early morning train crash in Umoja at exactly the Mutindwa level crossing that we now know 11 people have been confirmed dead. We also know 11 casualties have been taken to the Kenyatta National Hospital, 2 at the MP Shah and 5 admitted at the Mama Lucy Hospital, that is in Umoja, and also 2 have been treated and discharged. But to give us a better picture of what exactly happened this morning is Patrick Amimo, who is at the Mama Lucy Hospital in Umoja. Patrick, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bonnie Tunya.
Patrick, we already have the numbers of what of the injured and dead, but exactly what happened today?
Indeed, these early morning accidents occurred at around 7:15 in the morning, and it involved a commuter train that was heading to Kahawa. And this train at the Mutindwa level crossing did collide with a public service vehicle belonging to Umo Inner Circle. These are vehicles that ply Umoja route. And this particular junction, these vehicles at times try to use this route to escape the traffic snarl up along Jogoo Road during the morning rush hours.
Now,
and what happened was that,
Patrick, we also do understand that there were some protests in that particular area regarding this accident. What was that about?
Indeed, after the accidents, area residents appear to have been angered by the action, and around 11:30 in the morning, we had a brief riots where people blocked the outer ring road, trying to ensure that Umo Inner minibuses don't ferry passengers either to or from town. And these some people also took advantage of this particular brief chaos that did erupt to stop vehicles and try to steal from passengers. But a quick intervention from the police officers at the scene tried to put off these people who are blocking the road, creating mayhem and blocking the road. So that was a brief disruption at around 11:30, and it took about 20 minutes before the police guy dispersed the mob. Bonnie?
Patrick, we also have some disturbing news that the driver jumped off and is still at large just before the crash. Can you confirm that?
Indeed, the traffic police commandant and the commandant in charge of the Kenya Railway Police has confirmed that the driver of the vehicle is at large, and it appears this vehicle, while it was overlapping and in the process, it stalled when it reached the level crossing. That's why the train hit it. According to the police, other vehicles had stopped to allow the train to pass. But this driver of the minibus overlooked that and went on to cross. Maybe he might have underestimated the distance, and in so doing, the train hit the vehicle, causing this accident where unfortunately 11 people were left dead and about over 20 injured so far. Bonnie, before that, at the hospital, we had a chance also to talk to the medical superintendent, Dr. Julius Ogato, to give us a brief on really what happened when these people were brought to this hospital, because it was the first hospital, the first point of contact with the patients who were injured at the scene from Mutindwa. And now here we play with a clip of the previous interview we had with the medical superintendent, Dr. Julius Ogato, for the briefing.
Are injured, and as the standard procedure is, they asked me to give them more workers. Immediately, I called the head of my disaster response team, and we called all the doctors and the nurses and the clinic officers to come on site. Immediately thereafter, I received a report that the people were badly injured. The injuries ranging from head injuries to cervical spine injuries, spinal injuries, blunt chest injuries, blunt abdominal injuries, pelvic fractures, multiple fractures of the limbs, and some of the patients needed neurosurgical care and ICU care, so we had to refer them. That is when immediately I called the director, Kenyatta National Hospital, to inform him that we are referring badly injured patients. I called the county director and one of the directors in the ministry to inform them what has happened. I called Red Cross for ambulances and St. John's ambulance. I called Mathare Hospital, Mbagathi Hospital, the DMOH, Dr. Dede, DMOH in Bakassi, to assist us with ambulances for referral of the hospital of the patients to Kenyatta. I also called the OCS because there was a stampede. There were many people who had brought the sick, and others came to see, curious onlookers. We needed order. So the OCS quickly responded and gave me officers who controlled the crowd. My staff responded quickly. Actually, some came in their night pajamas, and they started attending and giving treatment to the injured patients. So within a short time, we are done triage, and the parties involved had responded very well, and we started sending those patients to Kenyatta, by which time we presumed that Kenyatta was ready to receive them.
Thank you. That has been Dr. Julius Ogato, the medical superintendent for Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital, giving us a brief on really what happened when the first casualties did arrive at this particular hospital. This is a level 4 hospital, and it says that it is equipped to deal with emergencies. So far, those people who were treated here, or those who were brought to this particular facility, were 34. Out of these 34, 7 died. 20 were transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital and other hospitals like MP Shah 2. 2 are treated and discharged. One patient who had been admitted to this particular facility were referred to Kenyatta National Hospital, died. And it's most of the patients who were brought here, the casualties, suffered chest pains, broken limbs, and head injuries from the impact of the train crash. And from back at the scene, as you've heard the doctor say, that there was a curious onlookers a problem, and even at the hospital, as he did talk about curious onlookers coming to jam the hospital, the same did happen at the scene. So from Mama Lucy Kibaki, Patrick Amimo, handing you back to the studio. Bonnie.
Right, many thanks, Patrick Amimo. Bring us to speed with what happened this morning. We understand and have confirmed the early morning train bus crash accident at Mutindwa level crossing, that is in Umoja. 11 people have lost their lives regarding that accident. 15 have been transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital, 2 at Empisha and 5 admitted at the Mama Lucy Hospital. We also know that 2 people have been treated and discharged. We also understand from the police that the driver of the bus is still at large as he jumped off the bus right before the crash. KTN managed to get the statement from the Rift Valley Railways regarding this particular accident, and it reads in part that well, the company expresses deep regret at the loss of life and injury for those involved in the accident, but also it came out to clarify a few safety issues, and one is that trains, the crossing point is manned daily by a traffic police officer who controls traffic and stops vehicles. It also reads that trains approaching the crossing, in keeping with the stipulated safety protocols, hoot to warn of the approach, and the traffic police then alerts or diverts the vehicle to allow this carriage to pass. And according to eyewitnesses, the matatu defied these hoots and the headlight warning from the oncoming train and moved into the truck. And KTN is continuing to be on top of that, so we'll give you details regarding that particular crash this morning.